But before we get to that, we have talked a lot about the All-Stars, the NBA All-Stars, and whether or not De'Aaron Fox and Domas would be All-Stars. I thought there was a really fun NBC Sports California commercial last night with Katie and Mark Jones. I don't know if you saw it, and they have Domas and Fox talking about the beam.
Yeah.
I thought that was really good.
I like that commercial.
Yeah, I thought it was really good. I thought it was funny. It wasn't hokey.
It reminded me of the old Sports Center commercials.
Yeah, I thought it was good. So whoever did that over there with the Kings,
well done.
I thought it was really, really well done.
Well played.
So there's been a lot of conversation about the idea of Fox and Domas getting to the All-Star game this year. And, as JJ has mentioned a couple of times in his updates today, the first fan returns were released by the NBA today. And in the front court, you've got LeBron, you've got Jokic, AD, Zion, Andrew Wiggins, Paul George, Lauri Markkanen, Draymond, Kawhi, and Looney. That's your front court. No Domas. Your guards in the Western Conference, Steph Curry, leading vote getter, Luka, Ja Morant, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Klay Thompson, Russell Westbrook, Dame Dollar, Devin Booker, Austin Reeves.
Who?
Austin Reeves, he said, with 144,520
Let's not even talk
votes.
stupid.
Austin Reeves has a gigantic family, apparently. And Jordan Poole, 138,392 is his vote tally. No De'Aaron Fox, no Domas, no Fox on these first returns.
This isn't going to sit well. This isn't going to sit well with some people who are about to hear what I'm about to hear.
Uh-oh.
Shame on you, Sacramento. Shame on you. How are you gonna let this happen, man? How on earth are you gonna let this happen? For all the hype, the Golden One Center, the beam, all the crying that the Kings don't get the respect that they deserve. You're not even giving the Kings the. How are you gonna let that happen? When I was going down that list, Nick, that you just went down, when it comes to the front court, I got to like 4 or 5, Zion Williamson, Andrew Wiggins, and I was like, oh, okay. And then I got to Paul George, and I was like, all right. But then, okay, he has name value, Paul George, all right. He plays in Los Angeles. Then I got to Lauri Markkanen.
Markkanen's had a really good year.
He's having a good season.
Really good
Is he having as good a season as Domas?
Well, listen, as we know, I would imagine Utah Jazz fans are very loyal.
And Kings fans aren't? What are we saying here?
Well,
that's what I'm getting at. Yeah, because if you're gonna say market size, like if you're gonna say market size when it comes to I don't know, Klay Thompson or Andrew Wiggins, okay. Salt Lake City, the Utah Jazz fans are crushing you in the fan vote right now for the All-Star. Inexcusable, Kings fans. And then when I got to Austin Reeves. That's
your guy
on the list of guards.
Scrappy.
How are you gonna let Kings fans? How are you gonna let Austin Reeves? Do you know? I would not. I had to Google Austin Reeves to make sure it was the guy.
How dare you? How dare you? This guy might be an all-star.
I had to Google Austin Reeves before that. Austin Reeves could have been one of our producers that I don't work with on a day-to-day basis. And I would not have Austin Reeves, man. This guy is averaging. I went and Googled. He's averaging 10 points a game. Austin Reeves is getting in the All-Star game, and De'Aaron Fox is not a top 10 vote getter. Be better. Be better, Sacramento. Ooh. Yeah, I said it. Be better.
Okay, you're taking a shot at me personally there, Ramie. I don't appreciate it.
He went the be better route on you.
Be better, man.
He went the be better route.
Be better. I'm telling you.
How many times have you voted for Fox and Domas?
That's besides the point, Chris Verlon. All right, that is besides the point.
And I'm gonna add another level to this.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
When was the last time that Sacramento Kings fans were voting in the All-Star ballot? I remember the last time I voted for the All-Star for Kings in the All-Star game.
Well, why aren't you?
I got a ballot at the arena that I poked out and I filled in the thing. Those aren't around anymore.
Those are awesome.
Those are fun.
You have to tweet about it, and you have to go to the website, and you have to pick your players.
You know who figured that out? Lakers fans.
Because they've been doing it on a year-to-year basis.
Oh, come on. It doesn't take you can learn. All right. You can learn. It's not that hard. You can figure it out. There's no excuse, man. There's no excuse for this.
What I will say is if you've been one of the fans that have been lucky enough to win a cookie when an opposing player misses 2 straight free throws and you figure out how to actually claim that cookie, you should have no problem trying to figure out how to vote for the All-Stars because the process of getting the cookie is much more detailed than voting for the All-Stars.
Do we know who gives away the cookie? Is it
Crumble?
Okay.
All right, so here are my thoughts if you want them. Unless you and Verla just want to keep going because I'm having fun listening to you two guys. Here's
excuses. I'm just hearing excuses from this dude.
I have been warning everybody. I have been warning all of you.
Austin.
When we talk about Domas and Fox, what have I said? I have said that the voting methods get a little funky. It is a popularity contest. You can be playing at the level of an all-star and not get into the all-star game. That I've been warning all of you about that.
Shame.
I don't think is it great to have the recognition? Yes, it is. It's gratifying, right? Because you root for a guy or two guys that made the all-star team. But we all know that both of those guys are all-star players. We all know that Domas is better than a lot of those names on the front court list right now. We all know De'Aaron Fox is better than the majority of those guys on the list of guards. What I don't like is the market thing, because I've seen some of this. Oh, well, it's because there's a big market in LA, and there's that's why Austin Reeves is it. I don't want to hear the market stuff. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is on the list. Oklahoma City is the 46th television market in the country, which is well below Sacramento market. If a guy from OKC can make the list, then a guy from Sacramento can make the list. Cleveland is the 18th market in the country. Sacramento, TV-wise, is hovering right near there as well. Cleveland has Darius Garland. I'm not talking about Donovan Mitchell, but I'm talking about Garland. Of course, Garland made it last year, which helps his case, but you get the point. Tyrese Halliburton is on the list. Indianapolis, the 25th market in the country, which is very similar to the Sacramento market.
They know how to vote for all-stars in Indiana.
They do. They got Sabonis in.
Not once, but twice.
Yeah, he got voted in. I mean, he didn't get voted in. He got chosen in.
But I will say this.
Don't make excuses.
I don't mean to dump. I don't mean to dump on this man multiple times in this segment, but there is no excuse for Austin Reeves.
There's no excuse for Austin Reeves
to be getting more votes than Fox and Domas.
Nope.
Fellas, it's only 140,000 votes.
There's still no.
Maybe people are too focused on the cookies.
Yeah.
I mean, they're good cookies.
Because you have to go to the website. Then you have to register a name.
Yeah.
And you have to get all of that right.
You got to download the app.
And everything. And you have to
download an app to get the cookies?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm not doing all that.
So I do think the Austin Reeves thing is an issue.
Maybe for a taco. For a cookie, I don't know.
I think we can explain some of the stuff away with, the voting. But look, again, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is up on that list. Austin Reeves is on that list. There are a lot of guys on the list. When you get to the East, LaMelo Ball and Charlotte. Charlotte is a market that's very close to Sacramento.
Market's not an excuse.
I'm not hearing the market thing.
No.
There are players on this list that are in lower markets than Sacramento.
Am I out of line saying be better?
I think what we need to do.
I think that term is an interesting term and might rub some wrong. But
I think we need an hourly reminder to Kings fans of, hey,
get out the vote.
Get your phone out and vote for Fox and Sabonis. Hey, while you're out there, why don't you just put all the Kings on there?
Put that on the list of things that you remind Nick he has to say once an hour on the show every day.
Add to the list.
4:12, time to vote for De'Aaron Fox and Domantas Sabonis.
NBA.com right now.
With that in mind, Ramie, I'd like to tell you it's time to check out Coastside Medical Clinic, who's dedicated to providing breakthrough remedies for men. Are you disgusted? Are you disgusted that Fox and Domas are not on the first fan return list for All-Stars? 916-339-1140 is the text line. 916-339-1140 is the text line. The phone number, 1-800-920-1140. How do you feel? How do you feel about Fox and Domas? Neither guy actually showing up on this first fan return. We'll get to your reaction. Also, the story that we've been waiting all week to get to. We're going to get to it in about 90 seconds.
The only place